to get up and dance. Everything new I learned through you. Everything I see reminds me of girl, you're my roller coaster. Girl, you're my chicken sandwich. Baby, you're my Cincinnati. You're everything I need to get up and dance. To get up and dance. Dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to join us in welcoming the world's greatest DJ.
His name is Till Max.
Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Max. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Max. They're the sexiest. Ghosts, ghosts. No gay demon masks, just ghosts, ghosts.
The weather's warm, the water's cool. Vito's fat, maximum cool. Audio's good, problems big. No more popcorn, it's just a gig. It's coming now and can't be stopped. It's gonna be cool Vito summer, summer, cool Vito summer, summer, cool Vito summer, summer.
All right, everybody. How's everybody doing out there today? We're having a great day. Today it's Wednesday. What's everybody up to today on this fantastic Wednesday? Hope you got your pizza. I got mine right over there. It's getting cut as we speak. Can you believe that? Just pulled it out of the oven. I got these crazy people over there making too much damn noise. I'm yelling at them right now. I'm looking at that one right there. Shut up over there. I got shit to talk about with James about. James, how you doing, bro? All the way from South London. What the hell's going on? Do you got your pizza with you? What's going on?
Look at that, eh? Look at that shave. Do I not look good or do I not look good?
Bro, you dropped about 10 years off when you shaved that beard off. You're looking fire, bro. You got that chiseled jaw going on. Do you even eat pizza? Like, what the hell's going on, bro? Do you got a pizza
No,
there?
right. See, this is the thing. This is John, right? If you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail, right? Ray goes to me. This is why I'm Mr. Consistent. Ray goes to me, look, we're doing this pizza thing. So I'm like, I'm going to the supermarket. I buy like a £5 pizza. I don't really eat pizza, like a 4-cheese pizza. I've got it here, hang on. Oh. See if I can get it on the screen.
Oh, yeah. I got that pizza right there. Now, that's a good looking £5 pizza right there. What is a quid, actually? Do you put that on top of the pizza?
That's like £1. So if you take like $1, it's like fucking hell. Quid. What you do? Don't do a veto, right? Don't do the first thing come out the gate and go, hey, look at your teeth, governor. You've got funny English teeth there, governor.
Boy, Vito was a little bit. He was sharp yesterday, man. He came out of the gate swinging, didn't he?
I loved it. You know what that was, right? I spend a lot of my time taking the piss out of streamers and saying they're crap, they can't do it, they're rubbish, they should retire. But Vito's got game. I said that in the chat afterwards. He's got game. He was a baller. He was on point. He's fucking quick-witted. He's sharp. You know what I mean? You have to be on your game. You can't slack off.
Yeah.
Because this geezer, he'll cut you like a knife. You know what I mean? I was impressed.
Boy, he had a couple of jabs right there
impressed.
coming after South London James, bro. He said something about your teeth or something. I was like, oh, hey, we're coming in hot. Let's go. Let's go.
I couldn't help but like him.
Yeah.
You know, it's really like people talk about Vito a lot. People that don't know him, people that have been on stream with him, they talk a lot about him. They say a lot of things. But from what I saw about him on stream, he was pretty stand-up. He was all right. He could have been an arsehole to me. He could have tried to like make me look a mug, you know, but he didn't. He was a good lad. So props to him. It was a good stream. I enjoyed it. Good views.
Yeah,
you know,
we
good
had
live views.
Yeah, we had a great stream yesterday. If you guys are wondering what the hell is Ray talking about, we had the Draw Veto contest come to a conclusion yesterday. We actually had the award show. Okay, you guys can go watch that live stream. It was a lot of fun. Or if you just want to watch the winners, I posted that on my YouTube channel as well. Ray is happy. Go check that out. It's about 2 minutes long. If you are one of the winners, make sure you shoot me a DM on X, bro, because I need that shipping address to mail you your golden Veto. Vito's booty is going to come over the mail straight to your house. So whether it's a mug or one of them cards, or if you're like Jonah and you won 2 categories, you know, I got a big box to send you. So make sure you go ahead and you jump in my DMs and shoot me your shipping information. Hell, it could be your mom's house, it could be your sister's house, it could be your girlfriend's, it could be your work, could be a PO box, could be under the bridge. I don't care. Just give me something so I can send that shit out to you. Okay, so you can get it and say, and you won't say Ray never delivered. He's like Vito, he never delivered. But we're gonna deliver over here. Let me jump in the chat real quick and say hey to everybody. We got one just like that. I got my pizza showing up, James. Look at that pizza. Look at that. It's just right.
That's pretty good, man.
Right out of the oven. We got pineapple. We got prosciutto. We got pepperoni. We got.
We got what? Hang on. Rewind. I heard something there. I heard an offensive word.
What?
I heard an anti-Italian slur.
What was that?
Was that pineapple?
Pineapple.
That's like
I love
like,
it's fresh pineapple though. It's fresh roasted pineapple, bro. You roast it with the onions and the red pepper. It gets caramelized. You put a little bit of that peppercini. Those are the green things that look funny because of my green screen, obviously. But
all I hear is like excuses of why you got pineapple on a pizza. It's
then,
like
loads of mozzarella.
This is the Hawaiian in you, you know. This is the Hawaii guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking hell.
Hell yeah, bro! You gotta have it, bro. And then they gotta have it like spicy too. I got some crushed red peppers on there. It's so hot, so good. I'm gonna let that cool for a second before I dive into it, James. Now, James, if you want to go ahead and dive into your pizza, do it. We're still waiting on some other people. I know Miami John is caught on a bridge somewhere in Miami trying to get across to get his pizza and back in time to jump on the show. So he'll be here any minute like that.
He's probably picking himself up a little treacle, isn't he, to go with the pizza? You
I
know
hope
what
so.
I mean? You know,
I hope he gets himself
one of
something
those
nice.
ladies of the night. You know.
Yeah, get a quick blowjob as he goes. We got a shout out to Seasell SoCal in the chat. That's always a tongue twister for me. We got Forest Mommy. Shout out to you, Mr. Jiki. What's going on? Good to see you, bro. We got Curly. Shout out to you. We got Immortal Rising. Well, good to see you, bro. We got Colonel Zaid, one of the Bruvs, in the chat. Hope you got yourself a pizza, Zaid, and hope you're having a good time today, buddy. Who else we got? We got Hillbilly Harry. Let's fucking go, he says. We're going to give the old salute to... We got Nice Guy Mersh. Let's fucking go. Let's give him a little round of applause. We always give Nice Guy Mersh a round of applause right here. Big fans of that guy. Grab yourself a pizza, Mersh. Pull up a chair. Get ready. We're going to have a good one today. So good to see you in the chat. Who else we got? We got Jim. Zay says Jamie's teeth matter. I don't know what that's all about. Nice Guy Mersh says he's going to report the stream for pineapple. Abuse of pizza. He's going to report our stream. James, come on, man. Let's see here. FOMO says Ray Ray makes the prettiest food. Hillbilly Harry says pineapple's good on pizza. Now, Hillbilly Harry actually has had my pizza, so he knows what the fuck I'm talking about. So let's go. Shout out to Hillbilly Harry.
I'm glad you said pizza and not something else. I was getting a bit worried then.
No, I had him and Jared, his fantastic son, up for an interview. We had a little conversation. Had some tequila. Had a 3 or 4 cases of Sapporo, because them some big fellas, bro. They can drink.
Man, that seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? That was when we were getting this shit started in the infancy, man. That seems like fucking a million miles back.
Yeah, that was back in the day. So, I got the pizza thrown together. It's a fucking beautiful piece of pizza with some of the beautiful pineapple right there. Boom. If you guys have yours, throw it in the old gullet, throw it down. Hope you're watching.
This is going to destroy my figure, eating pizza at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
Christ alive.
It's going to make...
I'm going to have to work out double tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to make James hit the wall. Now, James, are you pairing that with any kind of beer or anything like that? You got anything good going with that?
It's just summer, so I have a lager top, which is basically a lager shandy. You put a bit of lemonade in, and then you put the beer on the top.
Yeah, let's fucking go. That sounds great, bro. I got some water. I also got some Mexican squirt that I love. If you guys haven't ever had Mexican squirt, it's way different than American squirt. It comes in a green glass bottle. It's made with 100% pure cane sugar. It's fantastic. Has a completely different flavor. You mix it together with tequila. You can make yourself a nice cocktail of Penelope is what it's called. It has a couple other things in there too, but it's fantastic. You guys can all Google it later. You guys are all adults around here. No children. So we're big tequila drinkers over here. All right. So we got, while James is over there eating his pizza, let me go ahead and jump over here. And I want to talk really quick about, we're going to have, let's see here. We're going to have, where is it? I moved my little scenes around. Let's see here. We got guest and video. There we go. I got Connor. We're going to support him against his fight against colon cancer. I'm going to have him on tomorrow on Thursday. We're going to have an interview with Connor about what's going on with him. How did he know he had that butt cancer? What happened? How did they go about treating it? Like, how's he doing? How's he lost 100 pounds? And he's a big guy. He's like 6'3", I think. And he said he's lost about 100 pounds, 120 pounds. So we're going to talk to him tomorrow. But if you want to throw anything at his GoFundMe to help him, he's going to get kicked out of his job. Not kicked out of his job, I guess, fired from his job. Shit canned, as we call it. Help Connor out. Throw him a little $2 as Merch says, $1 to help him out. I'll go ahead and drop that link in the chat. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll be having that. Now, that's going to be at noon, okay? It's not my normal time. It's going to be at noon because we're going to do a little bit earlier for him. I have to work around his schedule with his treatments. And, if you guys know anything about cancer treatments, which I do not, they really kick your ass. And so I've got to work around his schedule. So I'm going to be going live at noon tomorrow and Pacific. And that's going to be 3 Eastern, okay? So that's what's going to be going on with that. And then let me go ahead and jump up here to Super Killers. Go back that if you can. Super Killers #1, that's our parody comic with Vito. And Vito came on yesterday. We had a great chat. He's fine with it. Really good sport. I really appreciate Vito. We currently have 78 backers. We're trying to get to 100 backers. We're still waiting on a cover from the world-renowned comic book artist, Vasilis Lolos. He actually won an Eisner Award. It's the highest award you can win in comic books. It's like the Oscars or the Emmys for comic books, and so we're excited about that.
These Europeans are weird and eccentric. I tell you, we're gonna have to do something about them one day. The English are gonna have to rise up and set them straight. I tell you.
Yeah, let's fucking go. So we got the European contingent because we also has the fantastic Ebi Canales, and here's his cover for Super Killers. And so we're very excited about that. I'm working on the book, grinding on it right now as we speak. We're going to shoot to fulfill July 4th. The campaign actually ends May 4th, and we have a little something fun scheduled for the May 4th. May the 4th be with you, if you guys know what I'm talking about. That Star Wars situation going on over there.
It's a foot race between you and Vito, man. If Vito beats you, I don't know, man. I might have to go over to the dark side, you know? I might have to be Vito's new streaming partner.
That's right. That's right. And so the funny thing about that is it is a race to the finish line, and it's with Vito's booty. And so Dick said whoever gets a comic book, a physical comic book, in his hands first wins Vito's booty. Can you believe that? So we're going to try and win some of that Vito's booty, okay? So we got the GoFundMe with Connor. Okay, we got the interview with Connor tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. That'll be fun. Set your reminders. The Draw Veto contest was a very big success. Smashing success, James. I was surprised. When it started, it was a small...
I was surprised I didn't win. That was all I was surprised about.
I know.
Considering I fixed it for me to win, and I had 2 entries, and I still didn't win.
Well, you did send me $100, but a couple other people sent me more money, so that you wouldn't win. And so, we went back and forth.
I was pleased that Brando won, though. Brando's was the best. I was rooting for him. I was pleased that he won. Brando is a big supporter and fan of mine, like everyone should be. And so I was glad that Brando won.
Yeah, you're talking about Brandon Harris. That's Goat Kaboom to everybody who knows him on X. He's a great guy. He's getting ready to go to Japan, as a matter of fact. So I'm very excited to see his pictures over there in Japan. So shout out to Brandon. He did win. One of the judges selected him. There were many judges that were like, for example, Presby Bro. Shout out to Presby Bro. He co-sponsored the event with me, Based Art Department Ben, also Mr. Geeky. Mr. Geeky and Presby Bro selected the awards for what they were a benefactor of, and then me and Ben and some other fantastic judges selected the rest. And so I was very pleased with how it turned out. We ended up giving over 28 awards, totaling over $800 in awards. And so that was fantastic. So I was very pleased with it. And then to top it all off, Vito came on yesterday, and that was a lot of fun, James. Were you surprised by how Vito came on and how he behaved? Let me get this pizza.
He was very disarming, wasn't he? He's a slippery fuck, that Vito, I tell you, man. He's no man's fool, is he? He's not an idiot. You know what I mean? He come on and he played a different game, didn't he? He come on, he wasn't an antagonist. He wasn't an arsehole. He wasn't playing a character. He wasn't bitter. It was just like a straight up interview. And that threw me for a loop. You know what I mean? I was like there, ready to play like the antagonist role, ready to poke the bear, ready to mimic everything he said and be a bit of an arsehole. But I just found myself like sitting there and listening. And the thing is, right, the reason we got such good numbers is because Vito come on. So you've got to be sharp and wise to the fact that they want to hear you talk to Vito. They don't want to hear what I've got to say. They don't want to, because the people that watch this stream know who I am. They know what I'm about. So they want to hear what Vito's got to say. So the idea is that you talk to Vito for 5-10 minutes. You quickly come to me. I volley it back to you with a little joke. And then you crack on with Vito. And I thought it worked really well like that. And me and Vito got a couple of shots in, a bit of bants. I think he was good. He was good value. You know what I mean? I didn't realise he had that in his locker. Because I never streamed with him before. I didn't realise he was like a bants merchant. You know what I mean? I just thought he was like an agent provocateur, a bit of an arsehole. You know what I mean? But he treated me way different than how he would have treated Frog Tony or Liam. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was very respectful. We found some common ground. We had a good chat. So I've got nothing but good things to say about Vito. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I thought Vito had it in him, and I was really happy that, I wasn't going to ambush him or anything like that. We were no ill will. We were just going to have a good chat about, the drawing contest, about the super killers, and about anything else he wanted to talk about. I thought his bit about the Chinese doctor was hilarious. I love that. Forest Mommy in the chat saying, great value, Vito. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Great value, Vito. But no, it was fantastic. And, my theory on that is on Vito is basically he performs great unless there's the psychological pressure that makes him kind of defend himself with these shocking
He's got his guard up,
statements.
hasn't he? He's got his guard up because he knows if he goes on the comic book man, a bloody pizza.
Did it get you? It got
Hold on, shouldn't it be? Oh, mate.
He's gonna. It's the first. It's the first carbohydrate he's had in years, and it's gonna kill him right now. Yeah, you better wash it down with a little bit of that beer and cider.
No, I think he goes on those comic book streams, and he always sees it as a kind of trap because people ambush him, people goad him, people like bring up things he said in the past, and we didn't do any of that. So it was a nice little interview, wasn't it? Plain sailing.
Yeah, it was a nice change of pace, and that's what we want to do. We want to bring out the best in people. Now, of course, there's always room for that blood sport situation. You got the what was it, the kill stream with Ralph Amell. I mean, that's kind of had its day. He's kind of going out to pasture a little bit. He's got that crazy Scarlett Hampton on his hands. I don't see
all the money that I've saved on not getting an expensive pizza is going to allow me to have a crack at Scarlett Hampton. I'll save $20, $30. That's going to at least get me 10 minutes and maybe a hand job or something.
Yeah, facts, bro. So, there's always time for blood sports, and that's fun too. But, if you want to build a platform, you want to have a good community, you want to do it on positive nature so that people look forward to it. You want people to walk away feeling like, man, that was a good time. I got to go back to that restaurant. That was a lot of fun. I like that show. And so that's kind of really what I wanted to try to pull out of Vito. And I to his testament, I didn't pull it out of him. He just showed up and he performed fantastically, and we had a great time.
I think he'll come back on the stream, and I think he'll invite you over to his stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Yeah, and and of course we all want to grow. Hit that like, subscribe, all that bullshit, and do it now, as they say. We all want to grow and get bigger and have a fantastic stream. And also if you're gonna go ahead and watch Nightwave tonight, on Nightwave we got the South London James voice. If you're gonna supertip.gg/merch, you're gonna use the South London James voice. That's the voice that we get here every day on Bruvs Unite for free. But use it on Nightwave. I love hearing your voice on Nightwave. It's so much fun. I'll be drawing or whatever, watching Nightwave on the big TV, and there's James saying, "Oi, what's going on, bruv? Pish bosh."
I want you to say, right, if you're going to do it, I want you to say like sexually explicit stuff about Scarlett Hampton in my voice to wind up Ralph.
Yeah.
I want to get into a bit of a row with him, so do that.
Yeah.
Say sexually explicit stuff about Scarlett.
And there he is. We got Miami John. Looks like you made it in right under the wire. How you doing, John? Good to see you, buddy.
Good to be here. It was a little bit of a mission to get out there, but I got the pizza. I ran into the bridge. That added about 30 minutes to my time, and here I am.
Yeah, here you are. Exactly. Well, we're glad you made it. Of course, we wanted you. Let me just resize your window just a bit. Let me get you down there.
So what are you guys rocking?
Wait,
I got the
hold it up a little
pepperoni.
There, let me resize. Oh, that looks great, man. That's a monster. Look at that bad boy. Okay, I got mine with the pineapple, the pepperoni. I got some prosciutto on there. I got some roasted tomatoes. I got mozzarella. I got some pepperoncinis on there too, bro. And you're gonna laugh when you see James. This is the first time James has had a carbohydrate in about a decade. James, show him yours. You gotta
hang on.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't even want to look at it. It's making me feel sick.
Damn, yours looks good.
There you go. 4 cheeses, thin crust.
Yeah, it looks great.
I've had 1 slice, and that was 1 slice too many. I mean, I'm a handsome man, I still have aspirations of being like a old model. You know what I mean? Doing like a fucking hanging around with the old grannies and doing the modeling. So I can't get too out of shape. Christ, I've got ambitions.
Let's fucking go.
You say he hasn't had a carb since like the 6th grade or whatever, but this guy is always sucking down the lollipops. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's always going after it. Yeah, we got a Ko-Fi real quick from Collision Bomb. Let's go, $35. He says, "Let's fucking go, people. Let's fucking go." John, if you could scoot your camera just a little bit towards, I think your right. I think it is. Is it
me?
Yeah, you. If you could do it.
Move to my right.
No, other way. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. There you go. That's good. All right. Cool. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. So shout out to you, Collision Bomb, or call it, yeah, Collision Bomb. Let's fucking go. $35. He doesn't really even say anything. Just coming in here, throwing that $35 down. slapping his dick on the table and saying, "Hey, everybody, how you doing?" Shout out to you. Tank Ferret says, "Pizza party, let's fucking go." So, John, I want to know about this pizza joint, bro. I've been so curious about it. I was like, "What kind of pizza joint is John gonna get?" You were talking about it yesterday, and I was like, "Damn, was this gonna be fantastic or what?"
So it's the world famous Joe's of Staten Island. Delicious fucking pizza, and they opened up a location here in Wynwood, which is the art district. So I got to go have fun playing with the parking in that situation. It's funny because that area used to be like one of the worst ghettos in all of Miami, and now it's just this beautiful like art district with bars and little cool restaurants and murals like all over the place. It's a really cool place, and there's gorgeous women everywhere.
Now you're talking, bro.
Like, yeah.
I'd be going there all the time. Now, my big question is this: do they, by any chance, bring the water down from New York to make the dough better?
I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. There are places that do that here. There's a place, a famous, it's called New York Water Deli Bagels or something like that, and their bagels are pretty fucking delicious. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. You know, they say it's in the water. I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, you're out there. You've got the mountain water. I'm sure your water's way better than whatever slop they have in New York.
Well, I don't know. Right now, I'm in the desert, so our water is, you know what I'm saying, hard to come by. But it's all good. We filter the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But no, it's all good.
Yeah. When I lived in Northern California, at one point I was in a place that had a well, and that one was kind of more in a deserty kind of area of the mountains, and that water, you could not drink it. It had like a sulfur smell to it.
Yeah.
Then I got into another spot, and that one had well water, and it was like we had tested it, and it had some of the cleanest water, and it like, I don't know, like 20 parts per million
That's awesome.
of non-water parts.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
You really hate to drink those non-water parts in your water.
Yeah.
You try to keep it all water in your water. But no, for real, there's a lot of, you know, they pump a whole bunch of shit, especially when they're mining it down into the aquifer and ruin a lot of the wells, really, especially in California. I think they're doing a lot of that back there in Carolina, too. So, you know, that's pretty fucking crazy. But that pizza looks fantastic. You say it's a New York pizza from Staten Island. Maybe Merch knows it. He's probably been there a few times. To the one in Staten Island.
It's a very famous spot. Like you go in and they have all these pictures of all the celebrities that have been in there, and it's like just insane. The caliber of celebrities they've had. But yeah, it's a great spot.
Well, if South London,
highly recommend.
If South London James ain't been there, I mean, is it really even a place? I mean, come on, bro. He's like
Is that where all the wise guys hang out? It sounds like it's a wise guy place.
Yeah, is it
probably?
Is it a
in
mafia
Staten
place?
Island at least?
Yeah, they're like, hey, bada boom, bada bing. Isn't that what they say? How you doing, huh?
Bada boom, gabagool.
Gabagool.
The one in Buffalo, isn't it? There's a famous pizza place in Buffalo that's owned by the Todaro family, and he's the mafia boss in Buffalo. Joseph Todaro, I think.
Yeah.
He owns a pizza place. It's quite famous. Big on social media.
Yeah. There's a great place down in San Diego. It's in Little Italy, and they got a couple of really old Italian restaurants, especially where they actually hang and they dry the prosciutto and the different meats and stuff like that. And you can go and buy the whole shank of it, and that's the real deal stuff, bro. And you can, of course, they have pizzas and meatball subs that are fantastic. It's called like Filippi's. It's just awesome. But no, it's great. Here, I made mine at home. What did everybody else out in the chat? You guys got your pizza out in there in the chat? FOMO, you got your pizza. She says she feels like donuts and stuff are better in the Midwest. Altitude changes stuff. Yeah, that's true. Elizabeth, are you out there? The water is beautiful here.
This is miles better, mate. Look at this yum yum. I'm going to eat this instead of eating the pizza.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, what is that, bro?
That's a yum yum. So it's just like a donut, just caked in icing.
Wow, that looks great. Yeah, skip the pizza, eat the yum yum, bro. Elizabeth says the water is beautiful here on the northeastern Rocky Coast. Yeah. Oh man, Elizabeth, that's fantastic. Fantastic water up there. She also says Poland Springs. Is that where you're at? Are you in Poland? That's crazy. That'd be awesome. She says Poland Springs. Let's fucking go. Yeah. She says. Oh, Elizabeth says she has some pasta salad. Well, that's almost pizza. That's not quite pizza, but it's almost pizza. Pizza last week. She said. But okay, if everybody grab your pizza, come on. FOMO says lucky donut being caked in icing. Yeah, bro. Pause right there, right? That's a true definition of glazing right there, James. You'll probably go ahead and like nail that down 100%. No, but John, we had a great stream yesterday. We had Vito on. I'm sure you saw it. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was great.
We had both Vitos on. Even we had English Vito. That was James, of course, doing a little bit of fun there. And so it was a good balance. Were you surprised about how Vito came out? And Vito was great yesterday.
Yeah, he was fun. It was good. It was a good interview, good show. You know, it's funny, when I was walking towards the pizza place, I saw a Cuban version of Vito, it looked like.
Cuban Vito?
Coming out of the pizza place, yeah. It was like a Bizarro Vito, but Cuban.
Yeah.
Darker skin.
Well, I mean, they probably have a Vito in every country. We just got to find them and bring them all together for a meetup and a stream. That'll be pretty crazy. Mr. Jiki says it's steak night tonight, but he's making Polish for pizza on Friday. Let's go. For people who don't know what Polish is, that's like the starter. It's a fantastic. It's how you start pizza dough, and it's awesome.
The bit that got me though was how slim Vito looked.
He did. He
Vito
slimmed
looked
down.
Slim.
Vito did slim down
He
with
looked-
big surprise. Yeah, and
He shaved his head fresh for you.
Well, I was thankful. You know, he was on camera. It was like FOMO says, it was a good flow, and he was on camera, so I really appreciate that. And you know, Vito sees it. Hey, I appreciate it, Vito. You know, you're always welcome on stream around here. We're not going to do any of that funny business, whatever that funny business is. We're not going to do it. But I got some topics here. Do you got something else, John, before we jump into everything? I'm gonna grab a bite.
Yeah, I think he thought he might have been walking into an ambush where you were just gonna totally trash him or something. But I mean, you've never said a bad word about the guy, honest, other than, hey, you're kind of a dick for the comic book thing, you know, being late. But as far as him personally, you've never attacked him at all. It's always James that's attacking him.
Is it? I thought I was nice to the guy, to be fair.
Oh, you were. You guys had some good bants between you and him. He's pretty quick-witted.
Yeah, he's
you know?
fast.
Yeah.
He's fast on his toes, bro. He's fast for a big fellow. But no, we weren't going to get into any kind of ambush or anything like that. And you know, of course, every time when somebody first meets you or whatever, they don't know how you're going to treat them, so you got to kind of disarm them a little bit. And you know, I knew that. You know, the positive thing, you can build a platform on it. You can't really.
Oh shit, he's in the chat.
Oh, shout out
Speaking
to
of the
Vito.
devil.
Shout out to Vito out
Vito.
there. We were just talking about the stream. He says, "Hell, Ray Ray." And also, what about Bizarro Vito, which is English Vito, which is James? We were just talking about how great. Oh, then we got Zaid. Shout out to Zaid over there. Zaid, what are you munching?
What's up, guys?
What are you munching on over there?
I've already ate my pizza, man. I've been sitting back here. I've been going, oh, okay, let's run. But yeah,
I've been
good
watching
shit.
him.
Oh, my bad. I have like 4 windows stacked, so I don't have my the Zoom window pulled up.
It's all
Sorry
good,
about
guys.
that. Okay, now I see
Pizza
it.
party.
No, I was like, I saw you pop up because you said something. I was like, oh, Zayd's here, fire, let's fucking go. But Zayd's already been smashed. Well, Zayd's a big guy, so he's got to eat a lot of pizza, so he probably couldn't wait.
Dude, I've got a huge one. Like, it's just
Wait,
sitting
we
in the
don't.
oven.
Wait, I don't want to. Wait, oh, you're talking about the pizza or something else?
Yes.
I just get you, bro. I just get you, bro. But no, we welcome Zayd. Glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah.
What kind of pizza did you have?
Pepperoni, extra cheese.
Oh,
light
let's go.
sauce.
Let's go. Okay,
Mhm.
I got to get your review. What do you think about pineapple on pizza? Is that a yay or a nay?
I love it.
Yeah,
I
let's
love it.
go.
Yeah, throw some ham on that.
Oh yeah.
You know, some ham slices, some bacon bits.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. A little meatloaf maybe sometimes. Kentucky boys got to stick together, bro. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
100%. What about you, John? What do you think about pineapple on pizza?
I mean, it's not a traditional pizza thing, but it's delicious,
Yeah, I mean, well,
especially with pepperoni.
some
I like it
people.
with pepperoni. a
Oh,
lot.
it's way better with pepperoni than the Canadian ham or Canadian bacon,
Yeah.
which I don't like.
I don't
Gross.
do the Canadian stuff.
How is English pizza? Is it pretty similar, James?
English pizza, what, fish and chips?
Yeah, English. They do have Italian pizza over there, don't they, James? Or no?
Yeah, we got a few Italians. You know what I mean? It's like the only decent pizza is in Italy. It's the truth. The traditional Neapolitan. You have to go to Naples.
Yeah.
You have to sample it. You have to have the stone baked pizza in the oven. That's the traditional pizza. I don't want to hear about any of your yank pineapple crap. You know, you know what I mean?
Pineapple's
Like,
fantastic, bro. You can't have the canned pineapple though. You have to roast it and put it on there and caramelize it. It's got to be great. Not just this.
They should put all you people that eat Hawaiian pizza in a work camp. I'm telling you, seriously, mate. You just want to be like, you got to go. I'm telling you,
Bro, I have some great memories of camp. Let's put it that way. I made out with a few girls at camp.
Do they put baked beans on the pizza in England?
Baked beans.
Don't you put don't you in America? Don't you put like chocolate and cookies on pizzas and shit? You put all kinds.
Actually,
of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Marties, fucking jelly beans.
Yeah, they make all kinds of those dessert pizzas, which is crazy. The best one I've had is a cherry, like a cherry pie, but they put the cherry topping on the pizza with the icing on it, bro. That's really good. It's almost like a turnover. It's so good.
Stop saying it's really good. It's fucking awful. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm coming on stream and it's a fucking parallel universe.
What?
It's not good.
You're about to eat the yum yum. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that thing's bigger than the pizza slice. You're worried about working the pizza off.
That's right.
You know, you brought that thing up. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, no, facts, bro. Facts. No, but we were just talking briefly about the stream with Vito yesterday and how great it was. We had a great time with Vito. Vito jumped on. He's in the chat right now. Vito, are you pro pineapple on pizza or anti pineapple on pizza? That's what the world wants to know.
He's Irish. He's probably pro cauliflower on pizza. I mean, fuck me.
Pro cauliflower or pro potato pizza.
Yeah. I can't believe he's Irish. Jesus Christ. Well, I thought he was Italian.
He is
He's
Italian.
Irish.
He's half Italian, half Irish. You know, that's that happens sometimes over there in Europe.
That's why he's always arguing with himself, because the Irish hate the Italians and the Italians hate the Irish.
Well, he's got to get the Irish part drunk so that he can like not argue anymore. You know what I'm saying? No, facts, bro. We got
Italians are picky about the pizza, man.
Italians are picky about everything, bro. Try wearing a wire into an Italian person's home to record them, but they'll kill you over that.
Don't break your pasta in half either.
Oh yeah, don't break your pasta. We got Will West Studio. He says pineapple is great with plenty of bacon and jalapeno. 100%. Carrie says there's an upside to living in this hellhole. New Jersey's pizzas are mostly awesome. 100% agree with that. Base Bikes was his Presby, bro. He says Gary's yum yum. I don't know what he's. I think he's talking about your yum yum, James. I don't know. Yeah,
who's Gary though?
I don't know who's Gary. Yeah, who's Gary?
It.
What you got there, James?
You should enjoy. I think he's making a joke about homosexuality.
Is that what it is? I think he's poking fun at you a little bit, James. Yeah, I think so.
I'm the least homosexual. Fucking hell, mate. I tell you.
All right.
I've been on stream with some homosexuals, but not me.
Yeah, but I don't mind, man. I have plenty of friends that were gay, especially in the art world.
You want to have gay friends.
Yes.
Do you know what gay friends get you?
Women.
The fittest women.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
exactly.
The fittest women. You want to be pals with gay people. That's why I want to be pals with Vito.
Yeah.
Wait,
Vito's not on stream. He can't defend himself now.
He's okay. He's a stand-up guy. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him. He's a good guy. Good bands, good laugh. He'll get the joke. I've got to have a crap back after he said something about my horrible English teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I can't let that slide.
Well, to be fair, he says your teeth weren't as bad as he thought they were going to be. He thought they were going to be like...
I think that's what they call in the game a backhanded compliment.
He's good at it. He was good at it. All right. Well, the world wants to know, James, is that your favorite kind of donut? The yum yum? Or what's your favorite kind of donut?
Yeah, the yum yum. It's my favorite.
I'm gonna have to look into the yum yum. Yeah, I think
I like a mouthful. You know, being a homosexual, I like a mouthful.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Didn't Bieber write a whole song about the yum yum?
Maybe,
I think he did.
I don't follow him.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Vito follows him. I don't follow Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Zaid, what's your favorite donut? Do you have a favorite donut?
They're called Long Johns. They're like the long donut with the chocolate on the top.
Long dogs. They're called long dogs.
Well, you know, yours, come on. They're all in certain shapes.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
You know.
Yeah. No, facts. Facts. John, what about you? What's your favorite kind of donut?
I'm not the biggest donut guy, but man, and you'll know this spot, Ray. I'm sure you will. In Inglewood, it's fucking.
Oh yeah.
The spot with the big donut on top. I forget the name right now.
Yeah, what is it? Joe's
It's the one
Donuts?
that's in all the flyovers.
Mm-hmm.
That's in all the movies. Randy's Donuts. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah,
A
Randy.
chocolate
chocolate
donut from.
donuts.
Oh yeah.
No, they have great donuts there, and they're fresh too.
Randy's Donuts is the best. You get one of the chocolate ones. That's heaven.
Yeah, Randy's Donuts has tremendous donuts. There was a donut shop that I used to go to in San Francisco when I lived there called Bob's Donuts, bro. There was a line 24/7 at this bitch. I would take the bus down there, get myself like 2 dozen so I could bring them home. I would smash like 6 glazed donuts right there. They had all kinds of donuts. They were warm. They were great. They tasted like clouds. And they didn't have that aftertaste of, like when they leave the grease and it burns and you get that aftertaste of burnt grease or whatever. Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, that was terrible. So that was probably
Usually those chocolate donuts are stealing the rims off your car.
Yeah. Yeah, what about
Especially in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah. What about you guys in the chat? What is your favorite donut? Why don't you drop in what your favorite donut is? Are you a sprinkles person, a cake donut? Do you like those bear claws? There's also some German pastry that I love too, like the Kuga. Like if you've ever had a peach Kuga or like a cream cheese Kuga, those are fantastic as well. Those are damn so good, bro. The only thing I never understood was donut holes, bro. I'm like, give me the whole fucking donut. Don't just give me the little piece, man. I'm like, damn, bro. So,
Yep.
all right, but we're about to jump into some stuff real quick. We're having fun now. Of course, if you guys want to bring up anything else, we can bring that up. But we're going to talk quickly about the Indian oil refinery is blowing up. There's a huge oil refinery in India, multiple oil refineries all around the world, in Australia. All of a sudden having all these problems, all these explosions. Zaid, is this by design? Like, what the hell's going on here? Why are all these oil refineries blowing up and all these oil cargo ships also in like Myanmar blowing up? There's 10 of them that blew up. I mean, I could see maybe 1, but 10? Like, what the hell's going on, Zaid?
Nah, people want us to believe in coincidence, but when pattern happens that often and that quickly, yeah, I mean, nature usually doesn't do that. It takes a long time for nature to get a pattern, but yeah. So yeah, it's orchestrated for some reason,
I think so. I think they're trying to get like I'm all chewing on my pizza. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a bite, people. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. I could fill the space. My bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
That's all right. Zaid is a golden veto winner, by the way. So he has special panache over here. Yeah, you can see the Ventruvian.
How he won and I didn't is beyond me. I mean, my art was no fucking idea.
I can see his fantastic Ventruvian veto behind him right there. Looks fantastic in the background.
Yours was amazing, James. There were so many great entries.
Finally, some recognition. Finally, the first time in my life.
D-Wags was better.
Yeah, he was first.
I'm just joking, James. I'm just joking. Did you see his face just drop? I'm just joking.
He was like, "You motherfucker! I'm gonna come." No, but no, that was a fantastic entry. Yeah, that was awesome. And well done by you.
He's half the size like Vito now, and he's half the size of that picture.
Yeah, well, Vito's cutting weight, bro. I think he's training for some wrestling.
Now he's on the Ozempic, mate. Yeah. He's dropping weight on nobody's business.
No, he couldn't afford that. He's on the Wegovy.
The Wegovy? Yeah, he wants to get that guy as Cradle. John, what are your thoughts about what's going on with all this? We got like Russian oil facilities are being bombed and blown up. How come all these oil refinery facilities are going bye-bye?
The conspiracy theory now is that the whole closing of the Straits of Hormuz is to cut off China and a lot of the BRICS nations from their oil supply, which is Iran. And, it keeps on, we're opening it, we're closing it, we're opening it, we're closing it. I think Trump is putting in some impossible to reach goals for Iran that they'll never really agree to.
Yeah.
Just to keep we're going to open it. We're going to close, to keep that whole cycle going so that his insiders can make millions off of trading. And then it stays closed, which keeps the BRICS nations out of a lot of their oil supply. And I think that these, India is part of the BRICS nations. So if there's bombings happening on Indian oil rigs, that's got to be like a CIA operation, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Same with Russia.
Something crazy.
So yeah, I think they're trying to keep the oil price, the oil not available for most of these countries. We just took Venezuela right before we went into this war, so now we have control of the biggest oil well in the world. I don't see how we're benefiting from it as Americans, because our gas prices have shot up like 100%.
Well, you know,
almost.
it's interesting because Trump's saying they're all gonna come buy from us. They're gonna buy oil from Texas. They're gonna buy all this. Well, I'm like, how if everybody's coming to us to buy oil, why? How come our gasoline isn't cheaper? Professor Grass in the chat. Shout out to you, bro. Says China is being let through the Strait of Hormuz, though. Our allies are the ones that are not coming through. I have a funny story that I saw. There was an Indian oil tanker that got through the Strait of Hormuz. They got attacked by Iran. They got all mad because they said that they paid the toll $2 million. Turns out they were scammed by other Indians. Did you guys hear about that? That was pretty funny. They say, you bloody, you bloody. Did you see that, James? Right when I started talking politics, man, John just like game face. He's ready to go. Did you see that right there, James?
No, I didn't see that, man. It's just the thing that annoys me is like the disappointment with Trump. How many times now has he said, right, I'm ready to annihilate Iran? And then he extends the deadline. I think it's been 3 times now. He's the ultimate boy who cries wolf. You know what I mean? You know he's not going to do anything because it's unpopular at home. So the negotiations go completely out the window. And why are you fucking... And Pakistan's got involved. Of all countries, Pakistan is a major player in the negotiations. I don't fucking see that. You know what I mean? It's like, if you've got 2 countries that hate each other more than anyone else in the world, it's Indians and Pakistanis. You know what I mean? We've got it in this country. Anytime there's some cricket going on in the north of England, in Birmingham, it's blood on the dance floor, mate, between the Indians and the Pakistanis. Because even though they live in this country, they hate England. Their allegiance is to their homeland,
Always.
Pakistan and India.
Yeah, always.
So it's like crazy, man.
No,
it's like,
Did you
go on, Zaid.
did you see what Project Veritas?
No, what'd they say? What did Project
put out
Veritas?
today?
What'd they put out?
They caught I guess it was the safety of nuclear weapon guys, something. They caught him on a like a sting kind of thing, undercover investigator, hot chick sat him down and he just vomited all kinds of stuff. Yes,
what did he say?
Do this, yes, we do. So we got nukes here everywhere. Everyone knows where everyone's nukes are. We've got all of this stuff in tech and satellites. Now, a lot of this stuff we've already known, but to hear it from a guy, and they were like, even if we get the launch codes from a Girl Scout, like just randomly, a Girl Scout comes up and hands you a box of cookies with the launch codes written on them.
Wow.
They're trained to launch the nukes.
Wow.
Like even if
that's pretty wild.
Those codes come from a little girl.
Well, it's funny that they have all that complexity, and a pair of double D tits and a pretty smile will get it out of them, huh, Zaid? All you need is a pretty girl to go ahead, give them a couple tequilas, and they're spreading their secrets, ready to fucking. They think they're gonna get their knob waxed or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just jump on your toe and get all secret.
Yeah, get that toe in there. What are you doing? Don't get that toe play going on right there. Yeah.
Don't bring that shit up again, mate. D-Wag will start fainting if I mention the fingers again.
I know, right? D-Wag's going to come back in and say, well, Zaid got the toes and James got the fingers, but did you hear about that lady who put her elbow? I put my elbow in her snatch and all that kind of stuff. So,
whoa.
Bro, where else can he go from that, right? But
Dr. Oz on that one. I think you have to turn or something, like going elbow deep or like
just put the elbow in.
Amputee.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, just give her the people's elbow. Just give her the people's elbow. So you get the rock in there. Like, can you smell what the rock is cooking? But no. That's funny you mentioned Pakistan. There's a huge oil pipeline that exploded in Pakistan. They're already having rationing all the way over in different places like Thailand and over there in what is it? Those little Southeast Asian countries, and it's going crazy. But that's very interesting about that. The Palestinians are the Pakistanians hate the Indians because they're basically the same people. They understand why we don't like India so much, bro. Come on. But John,
Indians don't use pipe bombs; they use poop bombs.
Yeah, well, they actually enjoy it. Yeah, go on, John.
You know that whole thing about Pakistanis hating Indians, right?
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's the same thing with every culture that is close to each other, right? Like the French hate everyone really, but You know, like all
They
the
hate the
European
English.
nations that
They hate
border each other all kind of hate each other.
Well,
Just like all the Hispanic cultures all hate each other because they border each other and they're close, you know, in proximity. So yeah, I'm sure the Spaniards probably hate the Portuguese and vice versa,
well, didn't
even though the cultures are very similar.
didn't the Pakistanis and the Indians used to be one people until they became Muslim and then they broke off into two different countries? I'm pretty sure that's how that worked.
I'm not 100% sure on that. That would be something interesting to research.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's
I
what
don't know
happened
that.
is they broke apart because of Islam. And
A lot of India is
Israel had it
Muslim now
first.
too, though.
huh? What'd you-
Believe it or not, a lot of India is Muslim now too. Believe it or not.
No, no,
all
it's
of
not
it,
that I
and
don't
it's
disagree
not
with
like
that.
most of it, but
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that, but I'm just saying they broke off because a large portion of them became Muslim in that area and they broke off away from India. I think that might be happening.
You've seen the changing of the colour they do at the border between India and Pakistan.
Yeah, that
They do
little
like this
dance.
kind of weird dancing, don't they? It's like a dance off or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Curly in the chat says he likes Indians more. They got more personality. So yeah, I mean that could be it. Zay, did you have something there for a second?
Oh no, it was a small joke. I said Israel had it first.
Well, that's true. That's true. But no, but
It's
you
just
know,
a small joke.
we have all these oil refineries blowing up. We have all these choke points. It's all in lockstep, all in unison. And then what we have today, I saw rolling out in Australia, New Zealand, and also being talked about in England, James. So you might be privy to this. Is that in about 21 days they're going to start rationing the fuel and doing lockdowns? Did you hear about that, James?
No, I've been like all over Keir Starmer and will he stay and will he go? But like, I can't imagine how you've managed to get a lockdown in England in the present climate. I can't imagine how you do that because Keir Starmer's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. If that would, even though Labour have got a massive majority in this country, they've got like over 400 seats. That would the lockdown would potentially bring down a government. I would imagine in this current climate. You know what I mean? You'd be looking at a general election, I would imagine, and you've got May local elections coming up where Labour are going to get annihilated. So maybe in Australia, but you have to bear in mind they've got Albanese, and he is an absolutely terrible leader. You know what I mean? His country is being absolutely swallowed by Islam, absolutely swallowed. Indigenous Australians have got their backs against the wall. He's going after like the entire working class. So it wouldn't surprise me if it happened in a country like Australia,
New Zealand,
or Canada, because Mark Carney would force that through. He was the former governor of the Bank of England. Now he's the premier in Canada. It wouldn't surprise me, but there's no way you could sell that. You might be able to sell it in Ireland, you know, because they had the fuel crisis protest, didn't they, which they squashed and basically said they were all far right thugs.
Yeah, is that over with now? Is that protest over?
Yeah, that's over with.
Damn.
Basically, what happened was the Gardaí and the army and the president and the Taoiseach all came together and basically labelled that what there was a majority of white protest and white working class, the farmers, you know, the industrialists, labelled them all far right Nazis, far right racists, stopped the protest by force, and basically smeared them afterwards so they wouldn't go back out on the streets.
Wow.
And they didn't really get a good resolution. So
Well,
I think you could sell it in Ireland, you could sell it in Australia, and you could sell it in Canada. But are you sure as shit couldn't sell it in England in this current climate?
well, aren't they the indigenous people though? I mean, like, don't white people get a chance to have their own country, their own land? Can't they be indigenous somewhere?
No, they don't. I mean, Ireland is not for white, Irish, indigenous people. And it's really ironic because the people in power are white, Irish, indigenous, and their families go back generations, but they made the devil's deal with the EU. And in order to get the money, they have to take in a certain amount of migrants. Have you seen what's happened in Italy?
No.
Giorgia Meloni, who people consider to be extremely far right, but she's just a centrist, has, in order to get her EU funds, she's having to take 500,000 non-EU migrants over the next 3 years. So that's 500,000 coming into the workforce that are going to punish the indigenous Italian people and push them further down. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen because they're all going to be like guaranteed jobs when they come in.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with Orban being removed in Hungary. That's opened the funding and is also going to allow migrants, non-EU migrants, to come into Hungary. And what they'll do is they'll come to the United Kingdom because they all come to Britain, they all come to England. That's the final destination on the map. There's nowhere to go. And now they're not just coming from France, they're coming from Belgium. You know what I mean? We're having to fight on two fronts. And if we tackle it in Belgium, they'll just come from France. And if we tackle it in France, well, they'll come from Belgium. We've just given the French 600 million. You might as well have pissed 600 million down the toilet, because they're not going to stop migrants coming to this country.
Yeah, that's horrible. Zaid, speaking about the rationing coming up, they're talking about that they're going to ration based upon modeling. Very similar to, these are the similar words that we heard when they did the COVID lockdowns and stuff like that. They're also saying we're all in this together again. We're starting to see some of the same rhetoric. Is this a big psychological operation going on? Are we being thrust into another situation, another 2020 with COVID?
I mean, possibly with it's oil prices, so it does affect everybody that's around. But we're also not naive to proxy wars. We know that complications around resources, especially in like the Strait of Hormuz, is right there smack dab in the middle. That is the only outlet to the Indian Ocean of trade that they've got over there for their oil, in mass. So I just see it as a potential proxy war like plot.
Yeah.
You're trying like John was talking about. He's opening and he's closing. He's opening and he's closing.
Yeah. Just a
But
sec.
those are
Just a second, James.
those are
James, we're getting some feedback from your audio over there. You might want to mute or come back in. It's getting kind of loud.
Sure.
No problem, buddy. What were you saying there, Zaid? Sorry about that.
but yeah, I see it as a potential just location for a proxy war to break out.
Yeah,
Is that on my side?
I don't know. I thought it was on James's side. I thought he was having a little reverb going on in his audio right there through his speaker. No, I agree with you though, and it's dangerous because people shouldn't give their consent to this. It's getting to be too much, and people should take back your kitchen, take back your what's going to happen with your kids, take back and build a stronger community in order to get ready to combat this. What's coming on, John? What are your thoughts on this? Are we getting ready to do another kind of lockdown? Are we going to be talking about this in like about 6 months, like we did with COVID?
I mean, it's all going to just depend on whether Trump says he wants a lockdown or not, right? Because we know his followers will just do whatever the fuck he wants.
I know what happened to
question.
them. What happened to the MAGA base, bro? They like lost their spines.
I think they were just never the thing they advertised themselves as. They just were a bunch of guys with daddy issues who wanted a big, strong daddy to tell them what they needed or what they wanted to hear.
No, I completely agree with you.
They're just brainwashed just as much as they accused the left of.
It's very strange.
Being brainwashed.
Yeah, it's very strange. They've fallen into the exact same pattern. We got FOMO in the chat. She says, I ain't in this with no one without my consent. I completely agree with that. I think people shouldn't freely give their consent. I saw too many people giving their consent during COVID to wear the masks. I saw people driving. I still see it once in a while, people driving with masks on in their car. Does that freak you out, John?
Yeah.
It freaks me out.
It's terrible. I still see people in the supermarkets with masks on from time to time, like even some employees, and it's like, COVID's been done.
Yes.
And even when it was at its peak, it wasn't what they advertised, and you're still. How many vaxxers do you have? How much brain damage did that cause? That's what I want to know.
They have to prove that they're good people.
That's what it's
that
become.
They're better than you.
That's
what they have to do.
Yes, that's what it's become. Zaid, I know you guys are both in Florida, and you guys still see masks. Zaid, do you still see masks? People wearing masks?
Yeah, every now and then. It's rare, but yeah, when you see one, I mean, more than likely they're sick and they're trying not to get everybody else sick, and maybe but I never see it's an age range too, right, John? Like it's an age range of people where you see older people do it too.
I'm in Miami, so yeah, you do see some older people, but Miami's not as red as where you're at, I'm sure. Yeah, you see younger people still with the masks on, like fucking retards. The craziest thing, I don't think I've told this story on here, but the craziest thing I ever saw, I was in South Beach sitting around waiting to see it, doing Uber, getting rides and stuff, and I was sitting at the Walgreens, and I go in, I get a pack of cigarettes, I come out, I'm smoking a cigarette, and I see a guy come out. This is already 2 years into COVID. He gets out, he has his little blue fucking mask on. He jumps on his fucking motorcycle and doesn't take the mask off, but doesn't put on a helmet. In South Beach, where you have like some crazy fucking drivers that'll run your ass over quick, he's not worried about breaking his head. He's worried about the cars next to him, which are like gonna be 6 feet away anyway, and most likely with their windows closed. This is that was when I was like, I don't think as a society we're ever coming back from this.
No. Well, the other thing about Miami is like women will inject basically concrete and silicone into their ass for this, like, a Brazilian butt lift, like in a hotel with somebody with no license, but then they want to wear a mask. And I'm like, bro, what the hell's going on? And then you see they almost die of like whatever shit they injected into their ass or their tits or whatever, so that they didn't have to pay the money. They just had like their Haitian friend who knows somebody who has a big syringe and has done it a couple times, and then also does free Botox on the side, but they want to have a mask on. They want to tell you what to do. I live in California. We see it quite a bit out here. Even today, I'll be driving around. I'll see somebody come out of Starbucks, with a mask. They just got their Starbucks drink from somebody in a drive-thru, and they're wearing a mask. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people?
It's safe to eat, though, even in the plains. Like when it was peanut time, you could take your mask off.
Yeah. Well, you could always make that argument that
or pretzel time.
No, you're 100% right, Dave.
That would kill the plane, right? Peanuts and peanut allergies. You can't take a peanut on an airplane.
No, you can't have peanuts anymore, bro. I used to remember. I used to love those. What were the honey roasted peanuts that they would give out? I would slam those with Coke and a little bit of tequila and have a great time. But no more peanuts. Now they give you these stupid chips that are probably are just chemicals that are pressed together. But no. Zaid, what do you think? Do you think they're going to go back to this? Are we in a situation now where people are trying to virtue signal? Is our society that feminized where it's more about fitting in rather than it is about doing what's right?
That's the part of the whole gaslighting everything. It totally distracts us fighting ourselves in the social hierarchy while all these movements are happening. I mean, these are major, massive military movements that are happening worldwide right now.
That is a great point.
They got us all distracted with everything. So, I mean, is it to hide the Epstein files, or is the Epstein files the call? Like which direction is it a distraction? It doesn't matter.
Bro, you brought up the Epstein files, and nobody has talked about those in a hot minute, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We all got burnt out on it just like they wanted us to, and then now we're not talking about it anymore.
I mean, those are files of pure proof, and we have yet to see if anybody's been even, arrested or had anything done or any charges filed at all. I even go back to the point where Trump said when he was running for president in 2016, and he said he'd lock Hillary Clinton up. And then what happened to that? Then no, we can't be doing that. The country needs to heal, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, bro, what? No, lock that bitch up, man. Lock her up, and Bill Clinton too. Did you see Bill Clinton looking at them files when he got a chance? He was like reminiscing about.
He was thirsty.
He was thirsty.
The lawyer took him away. See, the lawyer saw what was happening, took him away, and he's like, no, let me get those back.
Yeah, he like, can I get copies of these for later? Maybe can I take these?
And then Hillary getting asked about the Anthony Weiner laptop contents. I'm not going to say the name of the video here, but got asked about that, and whoa, everybody like jumped up. Like that's some suspicious stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and all of the police officers that saw the contents of the laptop are now dead. I mean, bro, what the hell? Yeah. When are people going to wake up, or is everybody just going to be virtual signaling? That seems like
that's all virtual signaling.
Yeah, it's all virtue. That's the whole thing.
That's what society's built on right now. It seems like
it's a big feminist. It's like the fourth or fifth wave feminism. It feels like it's all virtual signaling. A breath of fresh air, John, was this recent Japan. U.S. Bonding over Twitter. Did you see that? That was a lot of fun.
No, what happened with Japan and the U.S.?
Okay, so Elon made it so that English is translated instantly into Japanese for them, and Japanese is translated instantly into English for us. And so there's been this huge multicultural bonding fest going on, and everybody's excited about it. You're not aware of this, John?
No,
Japanese people are posting meat, asking questions on how to like barbecue and all kinds of stuff, showing their American pride. They really love America over there, and and they're finding out that a lot of Americans love Japan. James Jeremy, have you thought about that? Did you hear about this?
USA, USA.
That's right.
USA.
That's right. That's right. No, did you see that or no? Or
No, I
yes,
didn't. My buddy Kenton just lived for 2 years over there and got back earlier at the beginning of this year. It's what he wanted to do his whole life was go over there and live. His older brother's been teaching English over there for like 20 years. Yeah, he loved it. He wants to go back.
No doubt. Yeah,
yeah.
it's awesome. I've been there one time. I want to go back. We got Brandon. He's going over there this week. I think we're going to get some pictures from him. James, welcome back. James, did you hear about this thing where Elon's translating Japanese to English and English to Japanese, and everybody on Twitter is having a big love fest between the two countries? Did you hear about that?
I see a lot of things now where like everyone seems to be in love with Japanese culture. You know what I mean? And I've also seen that there's been a big pushback as well because of the loving of Japanese culture. And like, I don't really care. You know what I mean? As an Englishman,
Yeah.
I don't care about like how people feel about Japan or how people don't feel about Japan. It's always seemed a strange country to me. I really like Brandon. Brandon's one of my favorite people on the internet. Brando, I love him. But I've never really felt or seen a fascination with Japan. It's always seemed a weird culture to me. Anime, manga, their porn fetish, like Vito with his tentacle porn cover. It's always seemed a slightly bizarre, almost weird culture. And like they've never they always eating food that's half alive, didn't they? Have you seen that? It's like fucking eating live octopus or whatever weird other shit that's going on.
We're gonna have to take.
I like my fish and chips.
No, we're
I
gonna have
like
to.
my fish and chips, mate. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take James over to Japan and have a
You want to do that idiot abroad thing? Don't you? I go over there and go, this is wank, mate. This is absolute rubbish. Like Carl Pilkington or something.
Yeah, I want to do that idiot abroad, like how Ricky Gervais did with, like you said, Carl, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. We get.
You ever seen Oppenheimer?
Yeah. We got the Koala King. Shout out to Liam in the chat. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're having a good one over there in Australia. We were just talking about Australia and the fuel rationing that they want to do in 21 days. We can't believe it.
Bruv, Johnny Rocket was doing an impression of me, mate, not you. So it's all right. It's sweet, son.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're talking about on Ministry of the Dude. Yeah, I was doing Johnny Rocket. I was making fun of Johnny Rocket. Johnny Rocket was making fun of James. That was a pretty funny thing going on. But no,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But no, there's a big Japan kind of thing going on with America right now. A lot of cross promotion, a lot of culture bonding. And I think it is, we look at Japan and we see like a homogenous culture and we kind of want to keep it that way. And it's something that we wish that we could be as well, to have a really integrated, high trust society. And that's what we want. Zayd, that's kind of what we're seeing. That's what we'd like to have here. That's what you'd like to have in Florida.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, that's about as American as you could kind of get. Some overalls, or then you got your city dwellers and your Starbucks coffee stuff and your, what are the pumpkin spice lattes. America has a culture, I would think, but it seems like it's...
Over in Japan, they got bluegrass bands. They're making bluegrass music.
What?
Yes, they're making, and they dress up like it. Yeah, they.
Oh, I gotta see.
Yeah,
this.
You gotta check it out, bro. They're getting old muscle cars and restoring them. American muscle cars, the old Chargers, and they really have a strong affinity for American stuff. And I think that's really reciprocated towards Japan. And I think what we're talking about is the difference between high trust societies bonding over their mutual likenesses versus the low trust societies. They also have a whole bunch of immigrants going into Japan, and they're ripping up. If you didn't know, Japan has a vending machine for everything. If you guys didn't, in the audience, if you didn't know, you could get a whole cup of noodles made right there for you. You could get a yum yum, James, if you want a yum yum. They even sell panties. They sell all kinds of their sex fetish stuff, and that's everywhere too. But ever since they had these immigrants go over there, they ripped out all the money out of the vending machines, and they break the vending machines and they steal everything. And it's been wild. And so Japanese is freaking the fuck out because the person they just got as prime minister wants to do the whole World Economic Forum thing, the whole Agenda 2030, all that bullshit. And they want to go and they want to do that. Yeah. And so Japan's having a come apart right now, freaking out about that. And they're finding out that America feels the same way they do. And they're like, yo, okay, let's try to bond over this.
USA. USA.
I have a hot take on Japan.
All right, what's your hot take on Japan? How hot is it going to be?
James, oh, it's gonna be pretty hot. James, you say they're a bunch of weirdos, right? Think about this. They went from samurais and fucking kamikaze pilots dying with honor, and if you didn't have honor, you fucking slit your own guts out,
Yeah.
to like the weirdness that they have now. And I think it's the bombs. We radiated the fuck out of them. We damaged their brains. We forever genetically mutated them, and now they're like little puppy dogs who don't even want to fuck.
Oh man, yeah, they do have a low birth rate. James, what are your thoughts on
Yeah.
that? Did we irradiate them? What's going on?
We emasculated them, you know, little penis syndrome, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I was saying with Vito last night. That was the problem with his Chinese doctor. He's probably angry because he's got small Johnson, you know what I mean? They're all fucking angry, you know what I mean? But no, I think, you know, it's like when you watch the Godzilla movies, you know, what is it, like Godzilla -1? And it's
Yeah.
like, it seems to me that they're still having this existential crisis all these years later. They can't come to terms with what happened to them, you know, with the dropping of the nuclear bomb. And it's like, they've manifested itself in all these weird and wonderful ways. And I don't really have any, as an Englishman and as an old school Englishman, in the sense that like my grandmother, my grandparents, my great grandparents, I don't really have any affinity with Japanese or Asian culture. It doesn't really appeal to me in any way. I can appreciate it, you know, I can respect it, but as a culture, it means nothing to me.
Yeah.
I think the animator for Ghibli, Studio Ghibli, however you want to talk about, Miyazaki, he, I think, remembers or was a kid or something like that. He's really against nuclear
Yes.
power even. And then the Fukushima thing was just 2010 or 11. And that was kind of like a little bit more recent of a culture. I mean, or an accident for them dealing with nuclear waste. I mean, they were saying that the fish were contaminated in the water around there and stuff. And, you know, that's a big industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
and that freaked them
yeah.
out too. Yeah, 100%. And you're right.
Well, look at the Hideo Kojima. If you play the Metal Gear Solid series,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's like you can tell that there's like some kind of like mental damage, or you know what I mean. There's like he thinks about war in a certain way. You know what I mean? It's like, or the Death Stranding series. You know, Hideo Kojima. I always look at him, and his games are kind of like art. They're almost art.
it's
You know what I
cerebral.
mean? And they're
Yeah.
very bizarre, and they mix these themes of love and war. And it's all very existential when you play them. You know what I mean? You're in the game, but you're kind of like out of the game as well. It's not like you're playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty is very immediate. You know what I mean? It's like a glorification of war. But when you play something like Metal Gear Solid, it's almost a rebuke of war. You know what I mean? Solid
Yeah.
Snake's a character that does it out of necessity, not because he wants to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing that I've definitely noticed about the Japanese people is they have a high affinity for discipline and quality.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
I really appreciate that. Zaid, you'll probably love this. They're stationary stores over there. That's what they call them, but they're really art stores. They have all kinds of inks, all kinds of pins, all kinds of, you know, paint to paint with, markers, pencils, and they have them in a lot of places. It's a big deal over there. People still write. They still do like wax seals and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
there's this care that they have about culture. What are your thoughts on that?
Craftsmanship is always the kind of the base of culture. It's the signature of an existence, is what we leave behind in furniture, architecture, painting, writing stuff. So, I mean, to see that culture lasting for all these thousands of years, you know, with their empires and their struggles. I mean, yes, sumi brush painting, like the kids learn to paint with the sumi brush to write their letters at a super young age. And that kind of brush control, you try to put that, you know, that's hard to teach.
Yes, that's very difficult.
So,
John,
but
what do you,
yeah, I would.
I mean, go on,
Yeah,
Zay. I'm
go
sorry, I
ahead,
didn't
go
mean to
ahead.
cut you off. I know that.
I was just saying, I'm to reiterate their focus of craftsmanship and duty, honor. That stuff still comes from that old world that's still attached to their culture.
Yeah, that's the high
In my
quality,
opinion.
and I love the way that their hierarchy of their culture is, where they still have like the integrated family, and I think that's very
Mhm.
important. They respect their elders, and I think that's how they're going to be so cohesive. I think they're going to be a big power going forward because of that. You know, everybody's talking China, China, China. Well, China doesn't nearly have that cohesion at all. Really, they don't have that social cohesion. But
Yeah.
Japan does, and I don't know if you've ever seen, Zaid, but they have actually built huge drain systems under Japan that is like a modern marvel of engineering that are like the size of skyscrapers, bro.
Nuts.
It's incredible how they have that in order to flush all of the rainwater and anything that might come from the ocean, any like tsunamis or anything like that, out of the cities. Because most of the cities do sit below, like in Tokyo, it sits below sea level, and so that's fantastic. John, what are your thoughts about the Japanese culture and the Asian culture, and especially in respect to, we talk about the Greater American Project, and we're going to talk about like the 7 different zones of America. I mean, of the world. You're going to have the America zone. You're going to have like the Asian zone. You're going to have like the Russian zone. You're going to have the European zone, so on and so forth. And a lot of people think that the Japan will dominate the Asian zone because of their cohesion. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's funny when I first went to college, I took a semester and a half of Japanese.
Yeah, just for the chicks,
also
though,
Japanese calligraphy. No, I thought at the time, because all of our stuff was made in Japan at the time. It wasn't all this China stuff yet.
Right.
Our Sony was Japanese. All the big companies were Japanese. So I was like, you know what? They're probably gonna be the rulers of the world at some point. I might as well get the jump and learn some Japanese now. And I mean, if you just look at the detail in their characters, like as far as like writing, it does show discipline. Like they have 2 different alphabets, one for their words and one for foreign words, but then they also use 5,000 Chinese characters as well. So they have effectively 3 alphabets.
Wow, yeah.
And it's kind of insane to think, but they do have more cohesion than China, because China is like a bunch of regions that are all kind of united just under the Chinese Communist flag or whatever, with different languages and dialects and stuff. But I mean, I think they are the powerhouse right now. Could it change and become Japan? It's hard to say that. Japan is in a super declining birth rate. China has enough people in it that they can probably weather the population storm. I don't think Japan does. Japan is like, I think 130 million now. There used to be like 150 million when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because I've heard that even the Chinese numbers are not real.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, John?
Shit.
We got on the John.
It's a pizza party.
On the John shows up. Wait, what kind of pizza you got, bro? You got some pizza?
It's a party. It's a pizza
We got
party. Come on.
on the John Ministry.
Where's all the pizza talk?
Let's go. We
I
had
don't even hear any chewing in the mic.
we had fantastic pizza talk for a good 30 minutes. What do you got there on the John? What are you eating?
I got I posted pictures on Twitter.
Let's fucking go. What kind of pizza you got there?
I got it's pepperoni, mushroom, bacon,
Okay.
green pepper.
Let's go.
With the creamy garlic sauce base.
Oh,
and
that sounds good.
double cheese.
Let's
Ooh.
go. Now, John, before you bite into it, I got to ask you a question. It's very important. It's a very controversial topic when it comes to pizza. Pineapple, yay or nay?
Yay.
Oh, let's fucking go. So we got a whole bunch of
Hell
yays,
yeah.
and then James is over there going to brood a little bit because he's upset because he's a traditionalist and he knows that fruit doesn't belong on pizza. Now, what if I say that tomato is a fruit? Then where we go with that, James?
Semantics.
Semantics. James was like, man, you can't have that pineapple on that pizza, bro. You're gonna run the Italian tradition.
I've just zoned out. I've dropped out. After that, it was just like it was like getting punched in the face by Prime Mike Tyson. It was over for me, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, after the pineapple, after I constituted the biggest haram that I could do by saying pineapple. I don't know where haram came from, bro. I heard that I guess on a stream.
Dogs are haram. Ask Sneeko, he knows.
Yeah, dogs are haram. But on the John, what kind of pizza joint did you get that from? You got a good spot to go to up there in Canada? They got good pizza in Canada?
yeah. Well, as far as I know, I haven't been to the places that are like, hey, we got world's best pizza.
Yeah.
Is it really though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know. I hear it has a lot to do with the water.
Is it really though?
Right? So tell me a little bit about your pizza joint that you went to. Was it a solid spot?
Yeah, no, it's dope. They got like 3 or 4 locations.
Now, do they have as hot as women as Miami John's has? And Miami John said he had like dime pieces with the huge ass double D's walking around in his down there in Miami. You got any hot
Oh,
chicks
fuck.
going on up there in where you're at?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Let's go. Okay, well, which one would you prefer? Yeah. Well, aren't Iranians Aryan and the Indians are Asian? Is that what we're talking about here? Doesn't matter? Well, hold on real quick. The audio just dropped out real quick. Let me fix that. I still have that glitch. I thought I fixed that glitch, but hold on, everybody. John's eating his pizza real quick. You're not missing anything. So here we go. We got it going in right here. Yeah, he's eating his pizza. He's got his mouth full of pizza. I'll check in with James. James, did you already finish your yum yum? What's going on with that?
Oh no, you had to drop me out, mate. I've got to think about my feet, my physique, and my figure. I'm like, I can't be eating any more of this. It's getting late. I mean, it's like 12 o'clock at night. After this, right? I'm gonna have to go and work out. I'm gonna get the punch bag out. Gonna do some weights because, like, this is like Gremlins territory. I shouldn't be eating this kind of food way past bedtime. You know what I mean?
No, facts, bro. On the John,
he's gonna multiply.
yeah, he's gonna have that mitosis.
Could you imagine it? And I like take over the streaming world. All these little geezers running.
You would turn on each other.
It's
pretty
possible.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like the veto and the English veto. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But no, on the John, what about So you got the good pizza place. You got a hot chick there. Are you gonna go back and try to maybe see what can happen, or do you prefer? What did you say? Was it Iranian or Indian, or which one would you
Iranian,
prefer? Or does it matter?
Iranian.
Doesn't matter.
I
Okay.
prefer.
You would prefer.
I prefer, but like if it's a hot, like I'm racist, but my penis isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As long as she's showing you the bobs, you don't mind, do you?
Look, there's a very beautiful. I believe that of every race, there is the most beautiful woman ever. So.
No, I agree. Every race does have beautiful women. Even
Yeah.
So I agree. My penis is not racist. I've dated my fair share of different nationalities and different ethnicities and all that good stuff too. 100%. So what are you washing that down with, John? You got a beer with you? What do you got?
Ooh, I don't know if it's a little controversial.
Okay, as long
but
as
it's Pepsi Zero Cherry.
Oh, Pepsi Zero Cherry. I'm a big
fantastic.
I'm a big fan of cherry Coke, but I like my Coke regular Coke and then add cherries to it. But no, it's fantastic. Yeah, 100%. No, we were just talking about before we got all the pizza talk out of the way. We were talking about the all this gas fuel prices going out the window, all the refineries blowing up. Then we talked about a little bit of the Japan American love. Have you seen that on the John? Ever since Elon translated English to Japanese instantaneously and vice versa, all the Japanese bros are happy.
That.
Yeah, about America bros.
It's also on purpose because of World War III.
Okay. And why do you think that? Because of World War III? They trying to.
Because I think we're in World War III. No one just wants to say it.
Okay. It does feel that way, doesn't it? We got the Strait of Hormuz and all the other.
It's definitely a World War III type event.
Yeah.
The Four Seasons. Something crazy happens every 100 years or something like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
This is like
the big cycle. This is the 100-year cycle right now. When you're supposed to take all of your gains from all your investments. And also the year of Jubilee's coming up too. So that's pretty crazy. But no, I know I smell what you're putting down there. So who you going who you going for in this do you think it's going to divide up into like 7 zones in the world? Like you're going to have the American zone, then you're going to have the South American zone, you're going to have the East Asian zone, then you're going to have the European zone. A little bit. I think that's what's going to happen.
A little bit.
I think that's what's
I don't think totally, cuz I don't think there's some countries that nobody just really cares about.
Okay.
So,
yeah, like Hungary and stuff like that. No, but you saw Larry Ellison.
They're working on Hungary.
Oh yeah,
I think too.
Yeah, they just flipped one of their leaders out so they could get immigrants in there. I saw that. But
Oh.
I saw Larry Ellison. He basically's taken over all of Hawaii, building stuff. He even owns a complete island over there. In order
wow.
to isolate things and keep things under control. In order to make that
Is that
happen.
a weird look now, owning an island? Isn't that a weird look now?
Hasn't it always? Hasn't it always been?
Well,
Well, we were talking.
oh, no far.
We were talking about that, and they swept the Epstein stuff out of the way. Nobody even cares about that anymore. All anybody cares about is like where's the fertilizer going to come from, and are my gas prices going to hit $10 a gallon here in California? So I'm not happy about that. James, what are your thoughts on that? How's the gas?
I've always wanted to own an island.
James wants to own an island. Yeah. How's the gas? Are the gas prices skyrocketing over in England too, or no?
Yeah, but not as bad as Ireland. Ireland is like the real focal point, because they had the fuel protest. You're not going to have a fuel protest in our country because we're like the keep calm and carry on. We grin and bear it. We're the English are the toughest after all. We are the most stoic. We are the best. We are the superior country in this streaming conversation. But you know what I mean? But the Irish, not so much. They had a little tantrum. They had a little paddy, and I felt for them. I did a lot of videos, and it was like they are suffering really, really badly because they're getting crushed by migration way more than we are. Because Ireland are in the European Union at the moment, we are extricated from the European Union, so we don't have to take their rules. We are a rule maker, not a rule taker. Now, Sir Keir Starmer is trying to change that, and we are going to once again be a rule taker. But at the moment, we don't get punished by the EU rules like, say, Ireland would.
Yeah.
Ireland has no regulation over their own economy. They have no regulation over their own currency because they're in the euro. So what goes on in Europe goes on in Ireland. It's like one size fits all.
Yeah.
And you can't compare a country like Ireland to a country like Hungary. You can't compare a country like Hungary to a country like Germany, who's an economic powerhouse. But they have this one size fits all. That was how Greece went bankrupt. If you think about Greece, it's the oldest democracy. It's one of the most celebrated, greatest countries there ever was. But they're a country that had the financial crisis and they've never recovered. So
you're 100%
that's
right.
what you get when you're in the European Union and you're part of the EU and you're part of the euro.
Yeah.
It's like one size fits all when you've got all these different countries and different economic models. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
But try telling that. And I believe that when you were saying about the breaking up, I think the first thing you'll see will be the United States of Europe, where it will be a continent without borders. It will be a continent without national anthems, national identity, national religions. It'll just be about where people like free borders, free movement, and it'll just be a free for all and a shit show. That's what I truly believe.
Yeah. On the John, do you have something real quick? I heard you for a second.
Nah, I already. Wait, what were you talking about, James?
Like
2 minutes ago.
He was talking about borders.
Getting mugged off by a Canadian. It's like getting mugged off by a
I was busy enjoying my pizza because it's a pizza party. Come on, guys.
It's a pizza party.
It's a pizza
no, we were having a good time. But no, John, I was going to ask you about something about, did you see today the SPLC? That's the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Oh, yeah, I did. They've just been paying people to do hate crimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they're also a moderator for YouTube, which means that they can get people's channels taken down, get all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, we all knew they were full of shit.
We did, but the thing, I don't care about the SPLC so much. But the thing, my gripe is with YouTube. Shouldn't YouTube disclose that? Like, disclose the people who are like curators and moderators? Like, what the hell's going on with that? On the John, you there, bro? Did you freeze?
They might just not want the heat.
Yeah, I don't think they want the heat, bro. Miami John, what are your thoughts on this? Should they list everybody who's a moderator, everybody who's a curator, so that we know? I mean, isn't that kind of unfair here? YouTube people are putting their whole lives into this to have like the Southern Poverty Law Center call you racist. Like, what the hell is that?
I mean, they just shouldn't have these curators and moderators that are going to be biased towards their own viewpoints, right? They should have their own team. If they're going to have someone curating and moderating, they should have their own team that's instructed on what the rules are and just go with that, and not have these third parties that are going to have their own you know, it would be like, imagine if you put Cat Turd in front and said he's a moderator and a curator, and then anyone who says anything about Trump will get banned or whatever. You know, like none of that makes sense. They should just have their own team that is, you know, they have one set of rules and that's it. But, you know, as for like what they got caught doing, like, is anyone really surprised?
No, no one is surprised.
Like, if you're in charge of, if your whole nonprofit is about stopping racism,
Yeah.
and we were at a point where there wasn't really any real fear of racism, you know, like the 90s, the early 2000s, no one gave a shit. And then all of a sudden you start fomenting racism because your nonprofit has no purpose anymore. It's just like the homeless in California. It's just like 99% of climate scientists agree. Well, yeah, because if they didn't, then they'd be out of a fucking job.
It's because every NGO like exists just to like launder money.
Right, and they need a
and keep
victim.
itself going.
They need a victim to launder the money. That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna.
If the light bulb keeps working and never breaks, you never have to buy another light bulb.
Exactly.
Right. And that I feel like that's exactly.
Why
what's
would we
going on.
put ourselves out of business?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now it's become this thing where it's really a government-run money laundering situation. And I was going to ask you, Zaid, what do you think? Shouldn't there be some accountability if you're going to have the authority to strike somebody's channel? Shouldn't the public know about it? Because otherwise, it's just going to be corruption. That's how I see it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's different when it's YouTube because it's a private company, and private companies don't have to deal with the social law of the government or have to operate by it. But I mean, we as people do it. Should they do it ethically? Yeah, they should show us who's leveraging all of this. You know, if they have those kind of connections, of course. But I mean, it's just nuts. All of it. Just the attachment to the YouTube thing is kind of like they're doing worse things than the YouTube.
That's right. They're doing worse things than the YouTube, and then they're striking people's channels. I feel like that this would open up YouTube for a liability a little bit, legally. Not that I know anything legal. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a Ray over here.
Sure, someone can figure it out.
Yeah, but no, it seems like there's a complete lack of accountability and a double standard. James, we saw this with Jeremy Hambley. Apparently, he had the ability, the quarter pounder had the ability to strike people's channels by just pushing a button or connecting with his back channel sources, and then he outs himself. What's going on with that? This whole double standard. We have hundreds of thousands of YouTube creators getting like banned. I see it happening like every day. You can go find YouTube videos about this everywhere. And there's no recourse for them. That seems unfair, and it seems like it could be a liability. James, what are your thoughts?
You should never give people like that power. You should never give melts. You should never give trips. You should never give people that are highly sensitive power, because as soon as they'll dish it out, but they can't take it, and as soon as they get a bit of blowback, they'll use their power to punish people that disagree with them. Look at the country that I live in, right? We currently have a left-wing socialist government. Look at the people they banned recently. They banned Ava Valadinabrook, they banned Kanye West, and they banned Valentina Gomez. 3 people that they banned. And why would they ban that? Because they have the opposing opinion to what they have. That's just the way it goes. We have something. We don't have the Southern Poverty Law Centre, but we have Stand Up to Racism. Now, Stand Up to Racism, they take money, they're publicly funded, and they're funded by governments, and they take the money, and what they do is they spend all day harassing right-wing accounts, centrists, provoking them. They're agent provocateurs. They'll go to rallies, they'll film them, and they'll get their account struck. They'll get their channel struck. They'll dox them. They'll ruin their life. They'll lose their job. They'll lose their ability to earn. They'll try and make their whole life a misery, and that's what these people do. Never give these people power. They shouldn't have power. You know what I mean? It should be a level playing field.
Bullying should be a good thing. Bullying is a good thing.
No, I agree with that.
With your words, ideally, but if you want to.
Well, I think this all started with the movie Revenge of the Nerds, honestly. The nerds got their revenge, and you know what? The nerds can't handle power. They can't. They all want the power because they want the fantasy, but they can't handle the power at all. We had Nice Guy Merch in the chat say F the quarter pounder, and I agree with that 100%. F the quarter pounder. The nerds can't handle anything. They get a little bit of power. It goes to their head, then they freak out. They what do they call that? Premature ejaculation is what they do. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Zaid, what are your thoughts?
Never heard of that. What's that?
Well, you Google it there later, James. You'll Google it.
Yeah, Google
I'm not going to go into that. But
no, it's I'm kind of with the bullying thing, but it's like good-natured ribbing always was
Right.
healthy for us. Growing up, it was always good-natured. I mean, I was thinking of a joke about James's teeth again. If he's getting bullied about him, his teeth looks like a Black Lives Matter rally. They're all white.
yeah. That's pretty good.
He's loving it. This guy.
Zaid coming in
Jesus
with a
Christ.
banger. Where does he get this stuff,
You know
bro?
how D-Way bullies me? D-Way bullies me with 2-hour romantic phone calls. That's how he bullies me.
Yeah, don't get D-Wag on a phone call. He'll talk your ear off. That's for damn sure. But no, shout out to D-Wag wherever he's at. Hope he's having a good time today. Getting his pizza on for sure. But no, you're right, Zaid. I really agree with you on that. I think that the bullying needs to come back. And what bullying is just the masculinity enforcing the consequences of the natural world onto people who don't want to experience it. So either
If a buddy is like emotional, I mean, don't push him to the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta kind of
bully responsibly is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bully for self-improvement. You know what I mean? Hell, maybe I should start one of these boot camps where, men can come and pay me $10,000 a weekend so I can yell at them. And that won't.
Body positivity was a thing until Ozempic happened, then they all bailed on that.
Oh, bro, everything. You're 100% right. They lie about everything. The whole green, worrying about the how the environment is. They don't give a fuck about that. Immigration is the number one bad thing against how the world and the waste, and then war's the number two. They're doing both of those. They're blowing up these oil refineries, and they're telling you not to drive your car as much because so you can. In California, they told us, don't do plastic straws because they end up in turtles' noses, bro. Fuck that. That's a bunch of bullshit. These are a bunch of what are they called?
The worst.
They're the worst.
Paper straws.
No, they're a bunch of theater kids that got a little bit too much power. It went to their head.
Yeah.
They're like Kill Tony. I fuck that guy, bro. Kill Tony's not funny at all. His shit ain't funny. Nothing he does is funny. And he wears all kinds of gay shit. But whatever. I'll pull it back in. I went on a little bit of a rant there.
Wow, where did that come from?
Right, that was out of left field.
Little Southern street. Yeah, I really Kill Tony catches some strays right there at the mother. Fuck that guy, man. Now well, I guess I'm mad because comedy's not funny anymore. Yeah, comedy's not funny anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring back the funniness. Let people be funny again.
I endorse Kill Tony.
TikTok.
I'm sorry. I'm the exact opposite.
No, I like Ryan Long. Ryan Long is fucking funny, bro.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
Ryan Long is one of the funniest comedians that's like out there right now. That motherfucker is a funny ass motherfucker, bro. But Kill Tony's not funny. He's just like he's got big white.
No, he's a funny character. I'll tell you that much.
Like in Seinfeld, like if he was in Seinfeld, he'd be like, oh, look at that guy. Look at that gay guy. He's funny.
Oh, what was the show? He got like ambushed by another comedian on that guy's podcast, and he using he was Jewish, and he was using
nice preface. Nice.
Were his words
Okay.
to put this man in a very, very comfortable position
Yes.
where like other people would have just gotten up and left, and he just sat there and just like took the abuse. It's crazy.
Well,
let me find it.
Yeah, you find that. But no, Kill Tony, bro, it was ribbing. Kill Tony is kind of like my idea of a clipper, right? Clipper just uses other people's content, and then he builds his own show off that. That's what Kill Tony is.
Is
bro.
he a good host?
Yeah.
No, he's not a good host. He's not even funny. He's like he's become too much of the spectacle. He should remove himself.
Yes.
He's not funny enough to hold that, bro. Somebody like Ryan Long is funny enough. Of course, you got the greats. You got like
Shane Gillis.
Yeah, Shane Gillis
Theo.
could do it. Theo, maybe
Tim
Theo
Dillon.
could do
I
it.
love Shane Gillis. How do you not
No,
like
I said I
Kill
love
Tony
Shane
with
Gillis. No, Shane.
I know,
Shane-
but how do you not like Kill
Yeah.
Tony with Shane Gillis?
because Shane
Like,
Gillis is funny. Kill Tony's not funny. He's not.
Shane Gillis is the funniest on Kill Tony.
I know when he did
Yeah,
his
he
Trump,
is.
when he did his Trump on Kill Tony, I was dying, bro. But that's Shane Gillis doing his thing, dog. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
You know, Kill Tony's not. Kill Tony reminds me of like some Jewish grandmother who's got a bad attitude or something like that.
It's a circus act.
Yeah, it is
really
a circus
doing
act.
it. Red
That's what it
Bands.
is.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, oh, who's the disabled guy this week? This guy, he's black and he says the N-word.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. It's like, it's degrading to like IP2 levels, and it's just kind of like, okay, not funny. And then who is that?
I do like Red Band though.
Yeah,
don't you badmouth Red Band?
No,
I've had enough of your attitude.
No, I don't have anything.
Ray.
I don't have anything against Red Band. I like Red Band. In fact,
he likes the Asians too, Ray.
Yeah, I like Red
Band.
I like Red Bar, and Red Bar is a Red Band fan. So I like that. That's a good guy.
Good. Good. I'm glad you think that.
Yeah, like Cat Williams, like he could handle that shit, bro. Cat Williams throwing a comedy show would be fucking.
Awesome.
That would be amazing, bro.
Cat Williams is awesome.
Yeah. But Kill Tony, no, dog. That's why, bro. Fuck that shit. You gotta
honestly, it's the show format,
right?
Like
I'm with John on
that's
this.
what
Yeah.
keeps it like going on.
I love the show format because I love when it brings like new comedians on. All right, I love that. I love the fact that they can pick things out of a hat or whatever. I love that. I love it when they have guests on. It's the Kill Tony part I don't like. It's the Tony part. Get rid of Tony. Put somebody else in there who's better at being like an MC.
Adam Ray.
Yeah. Or like
Adam Ray did a Tony impression.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or like if Shane Gillis just did it, bro, that would be fucking fire. If he was like the main MC and had but Kill Tony, he's like eclipsed the size of the show. Like he's let his character eclipse the show, and that's my primary beef. And so I know
maybe I just like Kill Tony hate content so much. Maybe that's why I'm defensive.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean,
is this where the Red Bar fandom is coming from?
Well, I love me some Red Bar, bro. How is Red Bar? He's been gone for a minute, bro. I'm hoping he's still doing okay. Jesus, bro, I'm worried about that guy.
He's either
he's going through it right now, isn't he? I didn't even stop my $100 going to him because I'm part of the $100 Scars Club. I'm like, no, he needs that $100. Let him keep that, bro. I feel bad. What about you guys? Does anybody in the chat know how Red Bar's doing? Is he doing all right? I know he's down here in Tucson, Arizona. He's kind of close to me, so I might.
He replied to me.
What'd he say? He's actually talked to me a few times too. But you tell your story.
Yeah. Okay. I just I heard his dog died, and he was pretty like broken up about it. So I just messaged him on the Facebook group and said, "Hey, sorry that happened. I know."
That's got to be rough.
Yeah, no, I sent him some artwork in a couple of mugs that I did, and he said thank you. And I also asked him one time what kind of chair does he use because I was thinking about buying the chair. He told me what it was. I looked it up. That bitch was like $5,000. I was like, Red Bar, I can't roll like that. I can't roll with no $5,000 chair, son. Jesus Christ. But he was always very nice. He always responded to me. Of course, I didn't hassle him. I'm not one of those people that's trying to get in some famous person's ear like a star fucker.
He says on his show, every time he goes on a big hiatus when he comes back, at least as far as I've seen, because there's a lot of Red Bar.
Yeah.
I have not even touched a
Yeah.
little, but
well, he's been gone since August of last year.
Yeah.
So
Whenever he comes back from a hiatus, he says, sorry, I have responded to everything, every message. I was busy responding to every message this past week. I would have done the show a little while ago, but I actually things were bad and I'd get back to everybody. And I believe him when he says that.
I believe him. He's a good guy. I like Red Bar. I'm a little worried about him because last time he came back, he lost I looked like 30 or 40 pounds and his hair turned white. And I was like, oh shit, what's going to happen to him this next time when he comes back? You know what I mean? I hope he's all right. But shout out to you, Red Bar out there. You and Jules. I hope you guys pull through. Hope you're doing great. I hope you're on a vacation somewhere.
Fun.
I hope you're having fun. I hope you're feeling good because we love you out here. We're big Red Bar fans over here. Big supporters. Love that guy. So, but we're kind of like that. We like the guys who bust balls around here. If somebody busted my balls, Ethan Ralph said that my art sucks, but I'm not a bad cook. So I appreciate that, Ethan.
Yeah. You still got that.
Yeah, I still got that. I'm gonna put that on my tombstone. Ethan Ralph said Ray's art's dog shit, but he cooks pretty good dog shit. I'm gonna put something like that on there. But no. But no, yeah, we got a little bit of red bar. Well, okay, we'll go down the line. Jeremy, who's your favorite contemporary comedian right now? If you had to pick one, I know I kind of threw you on the spot. Think about it for a second. Everybody else, we're gonna go down the line and talk about it too. But like your favorite contemporary, I'm gonna say Ryan Long. I love that guy. Or also, I'll say who was it? What was his name? He just came and did a comedy show around here. And chat, you throw it in the chat too. Whoever your favorite contemporary comedian is. Oh, Jim Brewer. I think Jim Brewer is fucking hilarious.
Jim's great.
That motherfucker is hilarious, and he can actually put his money where his mouth is. He got up there and sang that Metallica song on that 30th anniversary of Metallica concert.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
fucking crushed it. Fucking crushed it. And he was like, yeah. And he's a great person to show that, if you're good at what you do, you transcend age. So I love that. So what do you think, Zay? Did I give you enough time there to figure out?
I've been listening to Cat Williams for years.
Motherfucking
I have been.
Little Ting Ting. Little Ting Ting.
Little Ting Ting's one of the funniest little bits.
Little Ting Ting.
But Mark Norman is really good at the quick jokes, like mid conversation, off the cuff. The guy has a whole joke book in his back pocket at all times. So I really like the stuff he does. It's funny. He really turns things around and gets both sides of the audience on the same side.
No, that's good. So, yeah, that's fantastic. I agree.
I saw him in person once, and it was a great show. So
that's fantastic.
Comedy.
He's great. Yeah. What about you, Miami John? Who's your favorite contemporary musician?
What musician?
I mean, comedian. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat. Somebody said that. I was like, oh, my bad. But who's your favorite contemporary comedian?
When you say contemporary, give me what you mean by contemporary.
Like that motherfucker's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Still alive and doing it?
Still alive.
Ryan
still
Long is amazing.
Yeah.
But I got to go with Zayd. It's Cat Williams.
Cat Williams?
He's a truth teller. Yeah. He says it like it is. You might not always agree with him, but he's always like got his finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
Ready to.
Well, I like his most recent one. He said, yeah, I'm going to tell you guys something. I went and joined the Illuminati just so I could get their secrets. And you know what, white people? You was right. They doing this shit. They doing this shit. Yeah,
he's been talking about that shit forever, like the mansion parties. And he's like, I looked in the room and is that with that?
Yeah. No, he's one of my favorites.
I watched that Shannon Sharp interview, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why is this dude talking like this? He's saying too much.
yeah, bro. Yeah, he is great. I love him.
Himself.
Yeah, he's fantastic, and his stories are fantastic too of his youth.
Chappelle was great, but he's kind of fallen off, I think.
Bro, he's basically a lecturer at this point. He's like a black Peterson, Jordan Peterson now, just telling you to clean your room. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But my favorite of all time, just to throw this out there, was George Carlin.
Okay, George Carlin. Yeah, George Carlin was fantastic. Very impressive. James, who's your favorite contemporary comedian alive right now, doing his thing anywhere in the world?
I spent the last 5 minutes listening to you going, who? Who are these people? I've never heard of them. They all sound like a bunch of puppies, you know what I'm saying? It's like
James can probably only think of things like Billy Bing Bong or the British
Billy Colony.
It could be.
Slow your roll, Don. Don't get lemony. Don't slow your roll.
James will iron you out in a heartbeat. Watch out. Yeah.
Don't get too excited.
Come on, it's the pizza party. Why is nobody talking about pizza over here?
Yeah, everybody's eating their pizza. That's why, John. All right, James, what you got?
Everyone knows the undisputed best comedian on the planet is Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, bro. Yes.
Is Jimmy Carr, the best stand-up
comedian
Jimmy
Carr.
Oh,
yeah.
And the greatest comedian of all time is John Cleese.
John Cleese. John Cleese is great. Yeah, John Cleese is great all time. Okay.
Is James going to say real people, or is he just going to keep mentioning characters out of Narnia or something?
Yeah, James has got those BBC characters over there. Yeah, 100%. But that's why we love them. He's got that different
Jimmy Carr is amazing.
They're great.
Yeah, I agree. James's picks are good.
And John Cleese is fire, bro, without a doubt.
Yeah.
All right, on to John. Your favorite contemporary comedian. What you got?
My dad.
Is your dad pretty funny?
No.
Oh.
Buddy Bakes.
No, Buddy
Is he
Bakes.
the baker? Yeah. Let's go. W for
No,
dad.
he's kind of funny.
No, let's go, dad.
But
most bakers are funny.
Norm McDonald.
Yeah, okay.
Until you
Yeah.
said,
For
like,
is that for
he's
all
still
time?
alive.
Contemporary, he's
That's,
dead.
yeah, that's all
I
time,
know.
right? That's all. Okay, what's your
Well, then I don't
contemporary?
know.
What's your
That's just
contemporary?
my contemporary.
Yeah. You got to have some sort of, like Ryan Long. He's doing his thing now.
Yeah, Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis is doing
I
his thing.
do like Danny Polishuk.
Oh,
actually.
Danny's great. What
Yeah.
Sam Hyde?
Yeah.
Does he qualify as Sam Hyde?
Oh yeah, Sam Hyde's
I,
fucking
yeah,
awesome.
I would still say Sam Hyde. I don't know if I like what he's doing now, but I've seen some of his stand up, and it's his opener.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name?
Yeah, I was gonna say. What's his name?
He did a whole special playing a racist robot.
Oh, a racist robot. Yeah, I
Very
think that
good.
rings some bells.
And another one where he played an Indian man for an hour.
Yeah,
He's white.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, bro, I saw some horrible comedians, and they were actually Indian. Yeah, they were lecturing people on how not to be racist. That seems like
Wow.
women comedians can only joke about their pussies and all that kind of stuff, and everybody else can only joke about racism or whatever. But yeah. But did you find that opener? Did I give you enough time there on the John?
No.
I hear you clicking around, but we're coming up on the top of the second hour, people, of our pizza
Yeah.
party closeout. When On the John finds who that is,
Get
he's gonna give a shout out and tell us who it is. But we're gonna wrap it up here in a second. We're gonna come by and get everybody's final thoughts. Zay, what are your final thoughts? Where can people find you? I know you dropping the Beckend, on Steam. You got the Beckend website. Studio Zaid website. Let me see if I can't pull that up real quick and show that off for the people. What are your final thoughts and where can people find you?
Guys, enjoy your pizzas for the rest of the night. Dress them up. Leftover pizzas, and also an American staple. I don't know how the Italians feel about it, but day old pizza is awesome. But you can find me on zaidstudios.com. You can find me on Twitter at Studio Zaid. Just flip them for some reason. But yeah, I'm just hanging around doing art stuff. I'm an artist, and yeah, go hit me up. Say what's up.
We got his website right here. It's Zaid Studio. Don't put Studio Zaid in there because I just did that and it was backwards. It'll take you to like an interior design place, with gay people. And the good thing about gay people is there's always hot women around them. So maybe if you end up there, you might meet a couple girls. But here's his website, the side hustle. That's right. We got studiozaid.com. It takes you to his comic, which is Beckend. It also takes you to his Beckend video game on Steam, which is fantastic. And he's getting ready to launch his alpha build. Is that what you say it was going to be, your alpha build pretty soon? Fantastic. So you're going to be at TampaCon the 3rd through the 6th, is that right? And the 4th through the 6th. Follow Zaid Studios on X so that you'll know where he's at. If you're around Tampa, bro, go over there. Find some hot chicks and go over there. Oh, I'm being told that there's no. Is there no audio on there? I think there's audio. Well.
On the trailer, yeah.
Yeah, I turned it off on. I turned the audio
yeah,
off.
Yeah,
so it
we don't
wouldn't
need to
come
talk
through,
over
but,
it.
I actually
It's just
wish
music.
listed that. I had no idea I was in the same room. As
Oh,
the guy who made
really?
That game. It looks sick.
Well, let's
Thank
go.
you so
Right.
much.
He's
Me
gonna.
and my older brother are the ones doing it. So I'm animating it. I designed a lot of the mechanics in the world and all that. And Dwight is
Hell yeah.
doing a bang up job putting it together. I mean, it's been a long journey, but we're getting it all snapped together.
Just the comic video game combo is just very interesting to me.
Very interesting. Zaid's a very talented person. He's fantastic.
More levels.
Sorry about that
More
audio,
levels.
people. I had a different scene set up. Blah blah blah. You don't care. Don't need to know about that. We got it fixed now. But
It's a little tough to make out.
yeah,
Yeah, my camera ain't focusing.
follow Zaid Studio on X so that you'll know where he's gonna be for Tampa the 3rd through the 6th, bro. If I was gonna be around there, my ass would be over there. We'd be doing a meetup or something. We'd get Frosties and fries, the big ice cream sundaes. and be
Oh, it sounds so gay.
and be looking for double D's, bro. We'd be cruising around for the ladies. Yeah, gay my ass, bro. Gay my ass. But it's all good. Then we got John. What are your Miami John? What are your final thoughts as you wrap this up here?
Yeah, I mean, final thoughts. I think I don't remember if it was John or Zaid that said it, but we're already in World War III. They're just not calling it that yet. But
Yeah.
you know, between the
I did.
Russia, Ukraine, the Israel thing, Iran now, China getting fucked on these Strait of Hormuz things, we're in World War III. Like it's
Yeah.
happening. They already got Barron Trump to go get a doctor's note for the draft. So
The draft is
that
coming,
should tell you
people.
everything you need to know.
The draft is coming. Americans, the draft is coming. English.
They raised the draft age too.
Oh, I thought
so
it
I
was
think it's
the
up to
realistic
42.
age that they raised, but no.
Oh, it's up to 42.
I think it's up to 42 now.
Damn.
The age.
I
for
gotta watch
military
out.
service.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, being
go.
in a foxhole with Ray Ray will be the end of
Bro,
it.
we'd be having fun. I guarantee you. Well, I would make
they allow
war
tequila in
fun.
the foxholes.
Yeah, we would be getting hoes in there somehow, bro. I guarantee you that.
I'll
shit
have fun
right
with
now.
that, guys.
Yeah. Where can
You
people
can come
find?
over here.
Yeah, Miami John. Where can people find you?
I
Tell me
just
about-
dropped my X link into the chat because it's a bitch.
Yeah.
Because X sucks.
Yeah.
But Third Rail Politics on YouTube and Rumble, and my X is on the thing.
Go,
but
yeah,
everyone
go
probably
give
follows
John
me already.
a follow on X, and you'll find out where all his other stuff is and when he streams and all that good stuff too. On the John, what are your final thoughts? What's going on? Where can people find you? I know you're going to be on Ministry of the Dude in about 3 minutes. Don't worry, I'm talking. I'm giving you enough time to chew. He's eating his pizza, bro.
Actually, I took the night off.
Oh, okay, but on the John is a regular on Ministry of the Dude. We love those guys over there. They're on YouTube right now at 5 o'clock. They should be starting right as we speak. Go over there and check them out as we end here. But where else can people find you on the John?
You can find me on Twitter at my username is on the John. All the O's are zeros. Is somebody underwater?
We get a little bit of feedback. I think maybe on James's mic a little bit. James, if you could just mute that for a second. Your mic.
This is sabotage. Is what this is.
I think it's the Iranians. They're coming after us or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
the comedian I was looking for, Alex Schultz. I dropped the link in the chat right now. It's not all racist. That was just a bit
okay.
of the set.
Is it Andrew Schultz?
No, Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, because I don't think Andrew Schultz is funny at all, personally. But
No.
Oh, no.
Funny
No.
to laugh at, not with.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got a lot of feedback coming off your mic there. I think James is the one. If you could mute that real quick, James, we're almost out of here. There you go. That's better.
It's muted.
Oh wait, no, it might. I think it might be the. I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, go follow On the John on X. He's a great guy. Go watch him on Ministry of the Dude, and also the one and the only James is holding it down as an anchor, the mainstay of the show. James, what are your final thoughts on everything? I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just go and watch Ministry of Dude. If the mic's terrible, I'm sorry, I apologise. We'll sort it out next time. And yeah, go
It's great,
support
man.
Connor. And yeah, I'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, go watch. Follow James Domenico Grabbin on X. Follow him, James Domenico Grabbin 81 on YouTube. He does tremendous videos, 3 to 5 minute videos about what's going on over in England. They're fantastic. So give him a follow. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, get your pizza eaten. Get out there and kick some ass. And we're gonna call it a day right here. So knuckles up to all you guys. Bruvs Unite. We're out of here.